Okay, on a lot of lawns I've talked about how you shouldn't actually cut everything down all in one go. There's another video which I can post a link to where all the grass has grown really thick, up to foot and a half tall, plus another 2 feet on top, and you have to trim that first and then cut it down by levels. This one, most of the tall stuff is quite thin. You can see through it. So it isn't necessary for this type of tall lawn to actually trim it first to get the best results at the end. And with this one, what I'll do is I will cut on the highest level, and then I'll go over and over and bring the level down back to where it should be, which on this lawn, even with its undulations, is level 4. My lawnmower has 7 settings, and I've only ever had one lawn that I've ever cut on 2. And that was the only other one that I actually cut on 3 as well, just because most lawns have so many bumps and dips in them that if you cut it too low you end up scalping the surface, and that's where the moss grows back, so you end up making your lawn worse, even though you think it's a good idea, which it really isn't. Especially now it's summertime, there'll be a separate video on how to cut and when to cut, depending on the seasons, and I'll do that separately at some point. Right, so I'll do this now, and then I'll show you what this one looks like once it's done. Okay, so the first cut is done on level 7, which has got rid of all the really tall stuff. And I've done it in a slightly different order than what I normally do. I haven't cut the edges, and I'll show you why at the end when I put the levels down. But bring the levels down. Now, normally when I cut this lawn, the stripes run up and down the garden. So when I'm cutting the levels down just to get it to the right height, I'll actually cut crossways, and I'll overlap by 50%. So normally one line starts there, one starts here. When I'm actually cutting down, I'll actually overlap by that much, and that way you get all the tufty bits that you might get between lines get caught, and also when you're doing it this way back and forth and then finishing off this way, that does the same thing as well, so you don't end up with any tufts. Right, so I'll cut the next level down, then I'll show you. Okay, so that's the lines back in. Right, hopefully there you can see where the edges cut in. It really makes everything else zing up beautifully. Even makes the stripes stand out a bit more. Even around the edge of the planters, you get those lines cut in, it makes everything look so much better. There you go, till next time, see you soon.